Butler's theory and settling accounts with the past. Robert Butler, the eminent psychiatrist and founder of the U.S. National Institute on Aging, introduced a theory in the 1960s that fundamentally changed how we view the later stages of life. He demonstrated that what might appear as mere reminiscence or regret in midlife and beyond is in fact a deep and purposeful process called life review. But what Butler emphasized above all was the essential difference between indulging in regret and consciously using life review to actively settle accounts with the past. Most of us, upon hearing the phrase settling accounts with the past, unconsciously move toward reviewing a lament of lost opportunities and unfinished dreams. Butler, however, points in a different direction. Life review is not for grieving, but for identifying unfinished business and then taking action to close it. Why do we postpone settling accounts? In midlife and the periods that follow, one of the most painful experiences is confronting dreams we never pursued. The crucial point is that life review makes this confrontation inevitable. The question is not whether we will face our unfinished business, but with what attitude we will face it. Will we remain stuck in regret, or will we use the content of this review to design small and large steps forward? Butler believed the greatest mistake in approaching life review is treating it as merely a memory film. In truth, this process can become a strategic working session with your own past. 3 practical actions for completing unfinished work. Drawing on the spirit of Butler's theory, settling accounts with the past means stopping passive storytelling and initiating 3 specific types of action. 1. Symbolic action, closing the emotional open circuit. Many of our unfinished dreams do not require full realization. They need symbolic closure. For instance, the regret of an unresolved past relationship can sometimes be closed by writing a letter and sending it, or by saying an unsaid sentence to a living person, even with a brief phone call. Butler repeatedly observed in his clinical work that a small but symbolic act can release the psychological energy trapped in years of stagnation. A question for you: which of your unfinished dreams can you realize either fully or symbolically? 2. Realistic action, redefining the dream. Suppose you have always wanted to become a writer, but never wrote. Within Butler's framework, life review does not let you say, "It is too late." Instead, it asks you, how can you settle this outstanding account from the past today? 3. Transferred action, completing through another path. Some unfinished business has no path to direct completion. For example, the regret of not having entered medical school in youth. But Butler's theory offers a clever solution. Transfer the same value to a different form. That is, the same motivation to help heal others can be continued as health counseling, volunteer work in a hospital, or even supporting a medical student financially. Settling accounts means finding the core value behind each unfinished dream and planting it in new soil. From review to action, Butler's monthly plan. In his later years, Butler stated clearly that the greatest benefit of life review is not preparing for death, but preparing to live differently in the time that remains. His practical suggestion for those facing a collection of unfinished tasks is as follows. Get a life review notebook, not for lamenting, but for listing 3 unfinished tasks that still have a way to be closed. Next to each, write achievable, symbolic, small scale, or transferable. Which type of action suits this task? Every month, take exactly one action from that list and do it, even if it takes no more than 10 minutes. After 1 year, look at the list again. You will realize that settling accounts with the past is not an emotional event, but a process of design and execution. Conclusion: Butler through the lens of action. If we were to summarize Butler's theory for today's reader in one sentence, it would not be accept the later stages of life peacefully, but rather celebrate this period by reclaiming your agency. Life Review shows that our mind and brain in midlife and beyond are not declining. They are moving toward a clarification of priorities. Use this clarity. Do not abandon unfinished work. Settle with it, but not with grief, with a plan. Butler gives us permission to transform regrets into a list of actionable projects. Perhaps his greatest legacy is this: the past is not a place to live in, it is a place to settle accounts with.